Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of She Shift. I want you to know, go grab, look, this is going to be, I'm trying to contain my excitement, but first and foremost, go grab your pen, your paper, go get your favorite evening beverage. Already had mine. Grab your girlfriends, because tonight's show it's going to be a landmark and it's exciting. While you do that, let me ask you guys, what are you eating? What's your favorite go-to snack? I'm always asking you all that because y'all know I'm on the journey of becoming more healthier than I am. So I love to hear what your eating go-to snack, and as well as what are you drinking right now. I always believe in drinking my water, so I've already drink my water, and I actually love some unsweetened iced tea with some lemons in them. I've already had that, so I guess I'm done for the evening. Maybe get me a little bit of some more water, but I love me some good old cold water. But tell me, what is your evening beverage? As we do that, y'all, guess what? Tonight is going to be so exciting. I can't wait for you to see what the excitement's all about. But before I do that and bring on the amazing guests, I want y'all to know tonight's show is sponsored by Vision Made Magazine. Vision Made Magazine is a woman empowerment magazine, woman lifestyle magazine. It's all about empowering women, especially those of us over 45 that are looking for what's next and need some empowerment, need some cheerleading, need to know that there's other women out there that has gone through or going through what we're going through, and knowing that it's possible to go after what we want. So note that tonight, Vision Made Magazine is tonight's sponsor of the show. If you would like to get a current copy, here's why. You'll see in a few minutes. Drop me a line in the feed and you'll get to see why. So without further ado, let me show you why tonight is so special. Hello.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Okay, now I can do it. Guys, the excitement is that Vision Made Magazine just dropped today. And the special part of it is Celisha is actually one of the writers in the magazine, and she gets to celebrate the excitement with me today. So you'll get to hear more about her. Note that you have any questions. Y'all know I love me some good old questions. We're here for you. If you'd like to drop some kudos and some hearts, drop them in the feed. We love celebrating. You know, I love celebrating. And I always say sharing is caring. So if you know someone that is interested in hearing more about Vision Made Magazine, bring them on over here. If you have questions, we're here to do that as well. So first and foremost, Celisha, thank you for joining me. And
You're welcome.
thank you for containing my excitement as I am loose on myself, centering myself. But first and foremost, let everybody know who you are.
Well, my name is Celisha J. I am the author of I Survived. I am an actress, emotional healing coach, and model. So I wear
Ooh.
many hats, but yes.
Yeah, you do. So let me ask you this, Celisha. How did it feel to, I know you're a well-rounded woman, but how did it feel to hear that the magazine dropped today?
Oh my gosh, that is amazing. I am so excited. It feels like I love to see us win, right?
Yeah.
So to know that I am a part of something so amazing that just dropped today is like the best feeling in the world. I'm grateful. Thank you. And thank you
No,
so much for having me. Thank
no,
you.
thank you. So let's talk about your amazing one that I do love that you have created is called Highway to Healing.
Yes.
So what, and I already know your story. So of course I would be remiss not to share, but tell everybody a little bit about why did you create Highway to Healing?
Well, I came from a domestic battery situation. I my book I Survived is a story about my life, the traumas of my life, being raped, molested, um, battered, mentally and physically abused. And we as women, we hold on to all of that because we feel like first there's no one to talk to that's going to understand. So that's a highway to healing is a judgment free zone for women such as myself, that have experienced all the things that I have, to talk. It's an outlet. So we don't talk. We bottle it all in, and since we internalize everything, we react based on our emotions. Women are very emotional. So since we react based on our emotional, somebody could say the sky is blue. And I've said this before, the sky is blue. And we'll react, oh no, it's not blue, it's purple. But it's not because we don't know the sky is blue. It's because we have so much internalized that we're not able to just let go and speak on freely or feel that people care, that we hold on to it. So I created Highway to Healing with Celisha J for women such as myself. It's a journey, God filled, because He comes first before anything.
Absolutely.
So you gotta love God, because we're gonna speak about God, but it's for you to be able to express yourself and understand that I've been through the exact same thing. So this is a no judgment zone. When you log into my classroom, which is nationwide, it's via Zoom, so you can log into my classroom. You're signing a non-disclosure agreement, so whatever we discuss stays in that room. And so it's like-minded individuals. Everybody have experienced some kind of trauma, but there's no way that we can judge each other, because my experience was different than your experience. We are people. We all have experiences. So that's what my class for. It's Highway to Healing with Celisha J. I want to help women on their journey to healing so they can live in their purpose that God has for their lives. So that's why I created that.
I love it. And you're right. You're right. We as women, we carry so much trauma on our shoulders. And I can only imagine, I think it would seem to me the most rewarding part was, you see the women come in with their shoulders so tense, but by the time at the end, you see they're relaxed. And that would be to me such a rewarding feeling, because now guess what? I found a place that I can release what I've gone through. Is Highway to Healing, is it not for anybody? Is there a particular person that it's not fit for?
At this time, and I do know men experience some things that women experience, right? A lot
Yes.
of things, if you really want to be honest, and I'm learning more as time goes on, right? But right now I'm helping women because I see so much of myself in the women. I know, like I said, men experience the exact same things, and they hold on things differently, and things happen in their lives that cause them to do certain things. But right now I want to focus, and as I'm helping the women on their journey to healing, because I've had some success stories, right? Then I can move on to men as well, because men handle things differently, like I said, again, than women. So it's women 18 and up. I want to help children too, but the parents have to allow me to be able to help, because we as parents, we are not perfect, and our children come to us and tell us things that happened to them, and we don't like to believe it. And so we might take the side of the other person, not knowing that this really happened, and nobody hears me. Nobody heard me. And since nobody heard me, I grew up carrying the weight and the burden of not having my family to hold my shoulder, my hands, and rub my back and tell me they love me, because they believe the other person, and I was left out there alone. So women, we have to believe our children. We have to believe our children.
I've heard that so much. And I want us all to hone in on to listening to our children, and know that they're hurt. I mean, for a child to even say something that has traumatically, that has hurt, that has affected them, they're in hurt as well. So you're right. We need to listen to our children more. Let me ask you this. Many women, as we talk about women over 45, they get lost. I've noticed so many, especially now in the corporate world. My team is made of 90% women. In the 90% of women, I say the longevity on my team is 30 years.
Oh, wow.
30,
Wow.
30 years.
But 30 years is not bad, because nowadays it's a little different. So that's great.
It is, but they also they too have lost themselves.
Mm.
And so I'm always asking them, how do we help you or how do we help you redirect you? And so if we have someone like that on here, what would you say? What would be something that you would suggest to them?
Well, I would say to first go to God, um, pray for purpose, because
Mm,
we get so caught up in working that we forget about ourselves.
hmm.
So go to God first. I prayed, I cried out to God daily for purpose. Lord, I know you didn't have me here just to raise my children,
Right.
to work a regular job every day, punching somebody's clock. I know there is something more for me. And I waited for God to answer. But let's not forget who we are.
Ooh, so true.
It's more to life than just working and paying bills and allowing people to just basically run over us.
Hmm.
What do you want? Write down the things that make you happy.
Right.
And as you're checking off that list, find out who you are. Because you lose yourself. By the time you're 45, you got wrapped up in life and family. And if you're not already actively or already trying to achieve your goals, you get lost and forget who you are.
I
Find,
agree.
find out who you are.
Do you find it's hard? I don't know how old you are, but I do find at this age, or at a certain age, it's hard to let go. Letting go is hard.
I just turned 50 the other day, and letting go is hard.
And so how do we let it go? But how do we let go? Because letting go also means you're letting go a piece of that past, which then I feel sometimes leaves your back out.
But there is no price you could pay for peace.
Mm,
So letting go is the hardest thing to do. But once you reach my age, I'm 50 years old. And I don't know what God has for me, but I know that I may more likely have more years behind me than I have in front of me. So there is nothing but left for me but peace and achieving what makes me happy. And I'm not going to allow anyone to make me settle for less than that. So I would say pray for it, because let me tell you something. We know when we're not happy. We know when there's something wrong. And then we start praying and asking God, please, if this person ain't for me,
mm-hmm.
show me signs. And then God starts slapping you around with these signs, not in a literal sense, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He starts showing these signs, and you got signs right here. You woke up, you had a dream about it. It's just signs everywhere, and we ignore.
Mm-hmm.
Stop ignoring the signs. If you can find that way out, if you can, because not all the time you can't immediately find a way out, right? You got to let go, but you got to have the proper means, because you don't want to, put yourself in a predicament. Start making ways, plan, do what you need to do, baby steps, but pray for the peace, because you got to have that inner peace in order to be able to let go.
I agree. Do you feel, now let me ask you this, does Highway to Healing help women that are stuck in that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to tell you to walk away from your relationship.
Right.
Nobody can tell you to walk away from your relationship. That everybody know that's a process, right? But what I will give you is the confidence that you need to know who you are as a woman. And if that entails or it involves you walking away, you're going to master that decision on your own. And it's a program. I got a 10-week program that we can walk through it together. Or we got the class. Like I said, it's like an AA meeting. It's a free class for so many women that want to just join, and we can. But you got to remember, in the free session, you got multiple people in there trying to get their time to talk too. So that's the free class. You're gonna get some time, but just you're gonna get more time in the Wednesday classes because that's the paid program, and I keep less people in there, and it's just more focused on healing. So I would just suggest that if if that's something someone is looking for, and it's only like $50 a week, so it's not like I'm trying to break someone's pocket. I'm a woman. I've had to go through this process myself. So I want to help people. And so I don't think that's breaking anyone's pocket.
I agree. So can you give me an example of what it's like to be in the free session? Look, someone's already pinging me, so be prepared because they're on my phone too. So that's what you hear, the ding, it's my phone. So someone asked me, what is it like being in the free session?
Well, the free session so it's like 20, 30 women in the free session, and we're speaking on healing. I'm going to give you some of the tidbits that I have in my paid program, but I'm going to give the women the time to talk, and it's going to be uninterrupted conversation. So I'm going to allow them to talk, and I'm going to respond to that person. And we might run out of time, and not everyone gets a chance to speak. It's, if you're being in the eight meeting, you're going to introduce yourself. So we're going to allow people to introduce themselves, and they're going to tell us what their journey is or what's been going on in their life that they feel that they need the healing. So we're going to do that first. And then if I can help in that moment, whatever God sends me or whatever he says that I need to say to that person, I'm going to say it. So if it takes me 15 minutes to do it, if it takes me 20 minutes to do it, if it takes me 30 minutes to do it, I'm still going to get that out because I want to help. If I don't feel accomplished if I don't help. So I'm going to give people that time. And unfortunately, I can't give everyone in the class that same amount of time that I can give them in the course that I give on Wednesday,
I do. So if someone wants to, because look, they're asking, they want to join, go ahead and let them know how they can connect to you, even though we have it here. But go ahead and tell them.
Go on my website at Highway to Healing with CelishaJ.net and click on the Highway to Healing banner. Once you click on that, you can schedule the free session, or you can schedule the 10-week course. And we just go from there. It'll send you your invite after you schedule.
Okay, great. So as you are still in the corporate world, did the corporate world prepare you for what you're doing now?
Motivates me.
Motivates you.
You know why? Because I feel like, not that I'm trying to get rich off of this, because I'm not. I'm just trying to provide wisdom and guidance to those who are such as myself so that they can live in their purpose that God has for them. Because God did not intend for us to work. He did not intend for us to spend our whole life breaking our back for somebody else to get rich. He wants us to live a purposeful life that he has for us. So that is, basically what it is. I just want to be able to help people to do that. So
as you have done some remarkable work, not only the actress and the modeling, I know during some time, did you face fear? And if so, how did you overcome fear?
You never overcome that fear. Okay. So being the actress, which was the first hardest thing for me, because you have to get in front of you got 10 cameras around you it's like a nervousness, and you get tongue tied. And even when you go audition, you still get tongue tied. It just, each time you do it, it gets easier and easier and easier. You get more confident, and it builds your confidence. So you're still going to have some kind of fear, but if we don't release the fear, I feel like fear is a sin. So I feel like if you don't go after it, then you're never going to get ahead because you're scared to step out on faith. And the faith of mustard seed, what is that little?
Yeah. Step
out on faith. Overcome the fear. And go after what you're trying to achieve. That's the best. I mean, literally, that's the best solution, best achievement that you can give to yourself.
I agree. I agree. And the reason why I ask you that is because so many women I talk to
Mm-hmm.
are always saying, "Well, how do you overcome fear?" I said, "I don't overcome it, but I don't allow it to overcome me either, which
Right,
stops
right.
me from going after." So I'm
Mhm.
always asking this question. I ask this question to all of you amazing women. Come on, because I want women to know we face it. We just don't allow it to put us in a box that it stops us.
Mhm.
Especially at 50 and older, I don't want no one to let we already have so much that we are having to overcome at this age anyway. We're going through the menopause, premenopause, then we're going through this, and then we're going through that. And it's just so much. Don't allow fear to put you in that box.
No, you have to step out on fear, and then if you don't step out on fear, you're just gonna remain stagnant. And
Right. And who wants
who
to
wants
do
to be
that?
there?
Exactly. Who wants to sit and be like, man? And then as there's always something I'm always saying is I don't want to get up to God and say, give me 5 more minutes. And so I can go out. I don't want to do that. I think
And I say that too. Who wants to be on their deathbed and they're looking back at their life and they're saying, I should have did this, I should have done that, I should have done that.
Mhm.
Who wants to do that when we can do that right now?
Right. As
So
they say, we leave empty.
yeah, I can't leave empty. I want
Right.
to leave a legacy for my children, my grandchildren. I want to help women to be empowered so they can live in their purpose. I am trying to live in God's grace and mercy and fulfill everything He has for me. And I'm
Absolutely.
not going to let nobody hold me back. Fear, nothing else. I'm
Right.
going after it. So,
Right. Now, don't think that it may trip me up. I may have to think about, okay, how am I going to get around this, or
mhm.
but I'm not going to let it stop myself. And I see so many women are willing to stop there
Yeah.
because it has put them in. They're like, I can't. They think of so many I can'ts that they talk them out versus saying I can and get through it. And so I always ask you guys. I think you ladies come up with. I think that is a great answer that you have came in with, because like I said, I've heard so many women. I just had someone come up to me yesterday. I'm like, I can't do what you do. I said, don't ever say you can't. You
Okay.
can do it. You,
Right.
you can do it. And you just have to. I said, we can walk you through it. I said, I have thousands of women around me that I can call somebody and be like, okay, she needs what I can't give her. Who can help
Mhm.
her out? And so I just want women to understand that it's all possible. So let me ask you, how did you get into, look, who did I just had somebody else on. How did you get into acting?
Well, actually, I always wanted to be an actress. I'm
Oh,
always emotional when I'm watching TV and something happens, and I'm like a big baby. I love movies, and I love seeing. Actually, I used to love seeing just my people win, but
yeah,
then at the more and more I became, not that I hate, like I don't have any hate against anyone, but just seeing my people is like something special. But and when I became an actress, it was because my husband brought it to me, and he was like, Tasha Smith got a workshop, right? An acting class.
uh-huh,
And I said, she does. And this was during COVID. And at the beginning of COVID, I said, she does. And he was like, yeah. So I started Googling and I researched it and I seen how much she charged. And I'm like, man, that's a lot of money. I don't want to pay that. But
uh-huh,
then I always tell people that if there is an aching feeling in your head and that you cannot get it out your mind, no
mhm.
matter what the circumstances is, that means God is telling you to go after it. So that feeling will not leave me. I would try to sleep at night. It was constant. It went on for about a week, and I finally just did it, and it gave me peace. And
Wow.
so I stayed in class for 18 months, I believe, maybe almost 2 years, and I got my first movie role, and I've been going from there. So
So what was your first movie role?
I was a police officer.
Really?
Yes, I was a police officer. Scared as crap. I cannot lie. I was so
Mhm.
scared because I've never done it, but excited at the same time. And,
Yes.
and- but when I did it and they thought I did an excellent job, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And I just kept going and kept going and then you start studying the TV and you start studying people moves because they don't tell you everything in a script. They just give you the lines.
Oh,
Everything
really?
these people do,
Yes.
they'll give you an idea,
Uh-huh.
but you got to make that play. They don't give you that.
Oh, I thought they give you that. I thought they give
No,
you. So is your lines in a paper book like it's not like a look, I'm gonna say this in my mind. I'm just saying in my mind,
mm-hmm.
thinking they give you this is your book and it
No,
gives you line by line how the really
no. It's and I mean it's literally if a person is not an actress or an actor,
yes.
it's gonna look like a book to them. But
Okay.
you just print it out and it could be 200 pages and you print it out and you're gonna do the work, study the lines, and you're gonna make it bring the character to life because it's your responsibility to bring the character to life. And but they might give you an idea of what they want you to do in that scene, but ultimately you are the character. You're bringing it to life. So
Wow.
when you see those people, respect them. It's not easy. I promise you, it's not easy. So
Wow. So how do you remember your lines? Do they have look, I'm gonna need cue cards about this bit. You said no. Are
no,
you
you.
serious?
I study. I study. It's like being in school. You got to study those lines, and you cannot come on set and not know your lines. You're gonna look crazy, and they're not gonna want to work with you. So you got to know those lines. And so I study. I take the time out. I might take 2 or 3 hours out a day. And at the end of the day, even if I'm tired, if you're
Yeah.
passionate about something, it doesn't feel like work. So even when I'm done cooking, cleaning, working, I study my lines before I go to bed. And then I do that and I do it every day until I know each page like the back of my hands. So that's
Oh,
it's work, but it's great work. And when
oh
you're
my,
on set, it's family. So
that is so awesome. Thank you. Because look, I'd have been like, I'm thinking you guys get a big book and they give. Oh wow. Well, with all that, I think that all of that you are doing. How do you make time for yourself?
that is my time for myself. To be
Okay.
honest, because I enjoy doing it so much, I would give up anything to continue to do that because that's me achieving something that I wanted in life. I've always taken care of everybody else.
Yes.
And and I never took care of me. I never tried to accomplish anything for myself. So that's me taking time for myself. And when I achieve that, then I can move on to other things. But that's a focus. Highway to Healing is my focus because that's what my purpose that God has for me to help women and children on their journey to healing so they can too achieve their purpose in life and live the life that God has for them. And acting is my second home. That's my baby. And I'm writing, and then I have my talk show, Sassy.
Yes.
So it. Let me tell you, Steve Harvey. I love Steve Harvey. I used to listen
Yes.
to him back in the day. I would be riding to work 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. His show comes on, and he gives you those motivational tidbits
Yes.
for the first
Yes.
10 minutes of his show. And he said, if you want to be successful in life, you don't need but 4 hours of sleep.
To sleep.
Remember,
I
he said that, and I live by that. I don't need 8 hours. I will
right.
go at 2 o'clock in the morning, wake up, sit refreshed, go
Yes.
to the gym, work out, come home, take a shower, and get to work. But I want to be successful in life. So
You
whatever
do.
time it takes me to get there, I'm gonna do it.
Well, kudos to you, and you keep doing it. So, are
Yeah.
you working on any films right now?
Yes, ma'am. One is getting ready to come out. Alone. Well, dang, it's a few of them, but that one I should know. That's telling you that's how much work I do, and they're
Yeah.
gonna be for not remembering this one, but they're gonna be all right. Then I just did another one with Tyler Perry cousin Lucky Johnson.
Yeah.
Yes, I just did one with him that's called "Pray for the Pastor," and he directed, produced it, still working on it because it's still in production. Then I'm doing another one that is getting ready to come out. And I don't remember the name of that one because I'm learning the lines on it. And I have not paid attention to. This is how many movies it is.
Wow. Well, kudos to you and keep doing what you love. And like you said, that's the important piece that keeps you going is something
Yes,
that you
it
love to
does.
do. I agree with you. I feel you there. Real
Look,
quick
you
before
got me trying to remember the word, the movie thing, the name of the movie. I feel crazy. Uh,
but you know what? I give it to you because I do admire you all for even I always thought you had cue cards and they had, but now you have enlightened me. But kudos to you, and if you're
thank
still
you.
doing
Thank
it,
you.
kudos again. Real quick before we go into the rapid fire, how can people again meet with you?
www.celishaj.net. You can click on the Highway to Healing banner and schedule your session. The group, like I said, Mondays is the free class and Wednesdays is the paid sessions.
I love it. So, you ready for some rapid fire questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so the first one is one word that describes who you are becoming now.
Um, One word. Let me think. I would say humble.
Ooh, I like that. Coffee, tea, or something else that fuels your purpose.
Healing.
A book or podcast that help you rediscover yourself.
Book.
And what book is that?
I survived.
Ooh, and how can someone get that book?
Amazon, or you can order your copy on celishaj.net.
Love it. Morning ritual or nighttime reflection. What grounds you the most?
Nighttime reflection.
Love it. A fear you've turned into fuel.
Trauma.
Fill in the blank. My identity is no longer.
My identity is no longer yours.
Ooh, I love it. And last one. One piece of advice for a woman rediscovering who she is today.
Don't live in fear. Fear is
Yeah,
not an option.
it sure is. And Miss, this was so much fun. I want to thank you. But before I let you go, I'm always asking everyone two questions. One, I think we already talked about it, but if not, go ahead and say it again. What's next?
Um, I want to travel and speak to women's shelters, colleges. I want to travel and be a motivational healing coach for so many people that are in hiding.
Mm, I love it. And then also, as we get ready to shut this down, what would you like to leave everybody with?
Pray before anything and trust God, and don't let anyone tell you that you are not somebody. You are
Mm,
somebody. You are everything. Go after what you want. Don't let
oh,
nobody take that from you.
I know that's right. So true. So, Miss Celisha, I want to thank you. This was so much fun. I appreciate you. I'm gonna put you in the green room. Oh, you guys, look! I gotta do one more time. Vision Made magazine has dropped. Celisha is in the magazine. So we had to celebrate. Look, I did good. I just celebrated the beginning and at the end. But if
Yes,
you all are interested in getting actually a copy of the magazine, go ahead and drop me, DM me, and we'll go from there. But
yes,
and guess what? Celisha is in there, y'all. She wrote
yes.
about Highway to Healing. It's so important for us to do that. I'm going to put you in the green room. Please don't hang up, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, everybody. Again, I brought in another amazing powerhouse guest. I hope you have got your notes. She talked about how we can go, how she overcame fear and understand that, listen, age define us. It's just a number. And she's out here rocking it. She's an actress. She is a model. She even has her own business. And y'all, she has a show that you can find. It's called Sassy. So with all that being said, know that you only have one life to live. I say that every week. Live the life that you want to live and live it to the fullest. Celisha even talked about purpose. Know your purpose. Hone into your purpose. If you can't find your purpose, come and join us. If I can't help you, Celisha can, and many more. Those of you who are wanting to sit in her free class, down below, look, down below, let me do this. Down below is her website. You can check out. She does have a free group that you can do. You can come and join her as well. She also offers some one-on-one coaching as well. But note that she is here to heal you, to empower you, inspire you to go after what's next, and know that it is possible. So without being said, you guys, again, I will bring on another amazing guest that is out here empowering you, inspiring you to go after your what's next. Until next week, everyone, take care of yourself and allow your vision to be made now. Bye, everybody. Look.